Welcome everyone to Rebel Rock. I am Dan. I am your host. Joining me tonight is Nick Grandchamp. Hello, Nick.
Bopper, I'm back. And you know what? I've got a lot of cool stuff to show you all, and it's great to see you. I'm pumped to be here.
We do. We have some stuff. We do this, every couple months. We try to get together to go through our finds and hang out, talk music a little bit. I got a pile of stuff too. That's fun. I learned some stuff with this pile of junk I found. I love it, right? You find artists and
Dude,
you're like, where did they come from? Where do these people come from? You don't know.
what's
And then you
going
read about it and
on?
you go, oh, I should have known about this guy a long time ago.
Well, it's kind of crazy because, both you and I love the same stuff. And you get into the circles and you start talking with people. And I was at the record store the other day. This is kind of an off topic, but, Meshach, Mountain Music, shout out to you if you're listening. Tell me about a Rutland garage band called the Rejects, okay? And this was like in the 80s, and their records are really rare. The issue I'm having, because I've been trying to get down to this, is the All American Rejects are called the Rejects now. They kind of dropped the All American. So when you search on the Google for Rejects, the Rejects, a lot of it's coming up the All American Rejects. So this is my shout out to any of you listeners or you bopper. If you know any dance shoes that can get me dancing to the Rutland Rejects of the 19 late 1980s, early 90s in their demo, let me
Did
know.
Meshach didn't have any of the music?
So I think he has a personal copy, but I'm trying to find anything I can on him. Anything, not even just the music. Any type of documentation. Because we were talking off camera, there was this dead zone before social media where you could on your phone. There's this dead zone of historic concerts that someone on a VHS recorded. Like you guys at CBGB's, the Rebels, there was no smartphones, so whoever had a camera, that's it. That's it. Sorrow played CBGBs, and like they played one time, and they only have a couple minutes of footage of them playing. Like all these things happen, and whoever has it out there, some nerd, we got to find them. So that's part of the quest me and you might be on, finding some of this footage.
Yeah, that's hard. Especially hard when it's a small band from a small town that probably only lasted maybe
Yeah,
a year or two and maybe recorded one EP and that was it.
it's true, man, and it's tough, and like, been going down the old line. I think we talked about these guys last time, Screaming Broccoli, a Burlington-based band that played a lot of Club Toast, and finding out videos about these guys have been researched, on the internet. So yeah, man, these small bands are out there, trying to find like their EPs, their demos, dude. And Bob, there's so many bands that don't have not posted their demo from their teenage years to Bandcamp. Like Death Pack, Crude Youth here in Rutland was like for a long time the hardcore punk band when I was a kid, and you can't find their music online. I'm not mad, but it's like it doesn't exist. So like I have the 7-inch, and it's great for me, but like those first, even the first record, like it's not online.
Well,
I've
it's
looked.
like that one and only food stamps album.
Yes.
I
Yes.
uploaded it a couple months ago because you couldn't find that anywhere.
No. That's kind of like what we're trying to do because of the scene we grew up in, and a lot of these bands that didn't last long. I mean, unless someone was fancy to put it on the internet. Of course, they're all our age now, so who knows if they even have access to those songs, or it's sitting in someone's basement. We just got to figure out all these bands how we can get them up there, maybe that's part of the deal,
Yeah. I
finding
like
out
that
how to do that.
concept, trying to find and learn and yeah, archiving some of this stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
you want to start?
yeah, I'll start. I found a bunch of CDs. I have like 150 CDs I found in the last I don't know 3 months or something. I've just been like holding on to them. So I'll buzz through. Some of these are very common. You see it all the time. You always see
Yes.
the first MC5 album recorded live, a classic. Everyone should have it. I feel like I've had it like 10 times over.
Gotta have it. I mean,
Found this
wow,
Motorhead. This
that's
is a
crazy.
it's a compilation, but like a really crappy like encore collection.
So, dude, that's insane. I've never seen that. But going back to the MC5 record, I had Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels on, okay?
Yeah.
And the similarities between that band, okay, and the MC5, a little bit time difference, but you could tell, like, if you listen to that Mitch Ryder and the Detroit Wheels and you listen to them, like, it's in the same pocket, that Detroit sound. Like, really, like, I don't
Well,
know if you've.
I'm very familiar with Mitch Ryder, but I'm assuming the MC5 had to have been fans of Mitch Ryder
Oh, absolutely. That's what I'm
100%.
saying. So I mean, you listen to it because I had them on the other day up here, and I'm like, you can really hear it. And small fact, I'm not spending a lot of time. I do own something that has DNA from Brother Wayne on. Bobby Acme, if you're listening, he gave me a original White Panther patch that Brother Wayne gave to him. Bobby gave it to me because he's like, "Hey, man, I want you to have this." So little note. It's kind of cool to have that. So
That's awesome. We found this Rolling Stones compilation CD. I've
what?
I've never seen this before. It's Sucking in the 70s.
Huh? Is that like a bootleg or what's the?
No, it's not a bootleg. I was always familiar with this compilation, but I was like, I mean, it's got a bunch of hits on it. The Stones have so many collections that you're like, whatever. But I've just never seen it. So to come across it and that
That's
cover,
that's really cool.
um, we found we found one of the best rock and roll bands going right now. We found three of their CDs. We're talking about the Hive.
Oh, I just got my tickets to Boston. You coming with me? Sarah and I just bought them.
No, I hate going to shows in Boston unless I'm playing. But the fact that I found three
Oh,
albums
that's so perfect. Yes,
and
that's the one. And
it's crazy, Grandchamp. These guys were on Gearhead Records when they started out.
Bob, we
Are you
talk about we talk about bands that were missed in that early pocket of that late 90s to early 2000s, right? We talk about bands that were missed, like yes, they had their hits, but the Hives, we a lot of people missed out on them.
I will say with the Hives, I feel like the Hives have only gotten better as they've gone along. Their early records, I listened to them, I was aware of them, never did much for me. It wasn't until
Right.
much later where I was like, wait a minute here. I re-listened and I'm like, because what was I believe, was it maybe this album that like really caught on fire? It was one of them because the early stuff is, like I
Right. They
said,
were pulling from a lot of different things, but they also got lost because that's when metalcore got big, and that like the Strokes and stuff like that were kind of going, and the Hives, had a couple of hits in there, but like looking back, what they took from the Ramones and what they took for like just songwriting is like a lot of drums and bass stuff, really cool things that no one was really doing.
it's just like it's trashy garage rock, especially
Yeah.
the very early stuff is lo-fi trashy garage,
Yeah.
100% taking
Just
from that
straight up.
60s garage rock. And then as they've gone along, they've kept some of that, but their newer albums, man, I'm such a big fan.
Oh, it's so great. They had their last run, and I just got the highest forever. That forever the highest.
Yeah.
So good. Some power pop ballads on that even too. A little bit going into that realm. Lot of great. Huge fan of the Hives. Go
Yeah,
into
yeah,
it.
no, they're one of the best rock bands in the world right now going 100%. So, yeah, to find all those, very cool. And the last one for this little segment I found was this Donna's album.
Fire, fire, dude. Donna's still, even though it was immature at the time, they were young. Those songs are still so good. I mean,
I
it,
like the Donnas. I don't love the Donnas, and I just found out that I was like, why don't they play anymore? And I think they all kind of moved on in life, but I want to say that the drummer messed up her arm and shoulder because she was
something.
drumming wrong the whole time. And so she's doing all these eighth notes and she's using her whole arm. So now she
Fucked
really
it.
can't drum at all.
You
So
can't.
my guess
Yeah.
is they probably said, all right, let's call it a day since we all can't do this together.
Well, and let's be honest. I love the Donnas. Always will love them. But the lyrics, were what they were. And I'm not trying to shit on the Donnas. I love a lot of Donna songs, but they were not gonna get a songwriting.
No, no,
And I'm not even like saying like not crapping on the Donnas. I love them, but their lyrics were very even later on were very just what they were.
yeah, no, they definitely weren't known for the lyrics. They're known for fun, and I think that if
Yes,
you the one
yes,
thing you can take
that's
away
what it
from the
was
Dawn
about.
is they had fun, and it wasn't really about.
And everyone had a crush on one of the Donnas. I mean, that's another. I mean,
Yeah,
take your
yeah,
pick.
it's true. Um,
Ah, all
all
right,
right, Grand Champ, what do you got?
all right. I've got. I went to a flea market. I've got a mix of some music and VHS, so we're gonna go through some. Uh, got this at Savers, but you always got to pick it up. I think I have like two or three copies. The Cars. I mean, you got to have the Cars. I kind of feel like it's just for a dollar,
Probably
I'm
the
not
greatest
leaving it.
greatest band from Boston, really.
I mean, you got to
I,
have them. It's like a huge thing. You know, for some reason, I can't leave these guys behind. And
oh,
I always try, but I always end up buying it.
oh, wait a minute. So that's not even Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young. Yeah, that's just Crosby and Nash.
Yes, this is the early on. I mean, it's in the same vein, though. The songs are very much, you know, you,
Yes, Steven
same
Stills.
kind of thing.
Steven Stills
But
is like, I gotta do drugs. I gotta get out of here. This hippie shit's killing me.
but the photo on the back is so fun too. And Bob, when we talk records, sometimes just the art, dude. I mean, not saying the record's bad, but just holding something cool like that. I'll buy stuff for that sometimes. Of course, we were just talking about him, so I have to. Got it in my pile. Mountain Music, had to get it. I mean, I'll talk briefly. It's everything you want in a garage rock band. This record too kind of solidifies, from the last record. The last record was their big comeback record, and it hits every note that you want. High energy. You can tell they're punk roots, but they're doing a lot of different stuff with leads and just fun melodies.
Yeah, the arrangements are actually very unique, very
Yeah,
different. I've noticed that where as they've gotten older, like
yeah,
it's the same formula, but they just keep adding more spice into it to like make it really stand above the rest. Even the way the drummer stops and like hits
yeah.
stuff, you're just like, that's very bizarre and stuff that you normally wouldn't think to do.
Yeah, like legalized living, like when they come in, and then right when you think they're gonna go into something hard, the guitar player just plays that like A minor chord, but you think it's all gonna go in, but he waits on it, and then they go into the chorus, stuff like that, where it's like feeding you, and it's just clever. It's just clever.
Yeah, no, those guys, like, once again, as they've gotten older, so much better than when they started, which is, most bands you should be that way unless you're the Ramones, and then it's the opposite. But that's for a different time.
It's so cool. Always got to pick this. This record's not in good shape. In fact, it was kind of busted that I almost left it, but gotta love Billie Holiday. I mean, it's simple. Also love the love the cover. I mean, it's not like I'm the biggest fan. I'm gonna pick up records like that if the price is right. I'm not the type of dude that's gonna spend $10, $15 on stuff like that. But this I found 2 weeks ago, and it's Jefferson Airplane. Not the biggest fan, but I don't see this record very much in the wild.
Yeah, that
You
one
know,
you
it's I'm come see, come saw. I got to be in the mood to rock some Jefferson Airplane.
yeah,
You know.
I'm in the same boat. Like I like the concept of the music more than I actually like the music at moments.
Yeah, and there's something about that era of music. Yes, you have the same one. That's crazy. Yeah,
I just found this for $1 too.
you and I are the same, cut from the same bread, man. Like. But the thing is if that had a $10 mark on it, I'd leave it. Not to.
No, it's worth $1, and that's probably really what it's worth.
This is quite. It was kind of crazy to see this. Someone left this behind because I realized I got the scraps at the flea on this one, but I was pretty happy to see this. And this one you don't see either. The artwork's great. Are you familiar,
Yeah, of
Bopper?
course, of course.
Yes. Um, I put it on. It's great. Like it's just kind of like I was talking about the Wheels record. It's
Flip, I want to see
it's
the back Grandchamp.
yeah, it's fun. It's like 60s art. It's kind of cool. Like just fun, right?
Yeah, no,
Um,
you don't see Edie Bricknell stuff as much as I mean
no,
she
you really don't. And it's just, it's solid, man. Like when you just put on like I feel that way, like just putting on anything from that era, like Rod Stewart, like I'll put a Rod Stewart record on and I just know that I'm gonna get something solid. It's not that I'm gonna be overly stoked. Like I love Rod Stewart, but you like same thing with that. Like you just feel like you're getting a solid noise in the back, right? Found this the same day. I wish this was in a little better condition. It's pretty
it's
beast.
funny, I've found that album multiple times. It's always like destroyed. Like you find
Yeah, and
Credence for some weird reason. I guess people that bought those albums played the hell out of them.
yeah, I think that's it, man. That's what the thing. I got two more, then I'll give it to you. I couldn't take. I had to get both. Like it's hard to get one. This one's in better shape, but not much. This one, I guess, if you can get on mono, is kind of expensive. This is not the expensive one, but I guess they make an expensive version of this record,
Yeah.
as they do at most. I'll be honest. I didn't want this last record I'm going to show you, but fucking had to.
Oh,
I
God
know.
damn Eric Clapton.
I know. I know it. You
But
know.
the players on the album are solid. And how much you pay for it, Grand Champ?
Same thing. I got that from Goodwill. I'm not yet to my flea market finds. I'm
Okay.
almost to my flea market finds. So those are all $1.80, $2 records. Person at Goodwill knows me. I get them pretty much for nothing.
Yeah. All right. So not bad. All right. So my next wave here. First up, I buy this every time I see it. This is probably in my top 10 favorite albums of all time. This Too Fast
Yeah.
for Love, first Motley Crue album. This is the album that
Fuck.
I would say probably influenced me more than any other album. This
I
was the
mean, when you're young and you want rock and roll and booty, I mean, when they go like combo like that, you're like chicks and music. Like, still to this day, you watch those videos back and you're like, I want to hang out with beautiful women. I want to like play guitar. Like, it's still like on that level. Like, I'm not even trying to be like, whatever. It's just, it still has that like, I want to be fucking cool.
I knew in 3rd grade I wanted to be a rocker, like, that was my
Yeah.
dream in 3rd grade. The neighborhood kids would get together, we'd do fucking air band, like, everyone, like, set up, with fucking on pots and pans and cardboard guitars. We do air band to this album, and I probably heard this thing well over, you know, 5,000 times easily.
And the cover is so iconic.
Yeah,
Simple, boom,
perfect.
no craziness, right in your face.
Found this import. And what this is a 2 CD set of New York Dolls and Johnny Thunders.
What? Holy shit! Well, you and I are probably two of the biggest doll fans I know. There's a couple out there that might be watching right now, but fuck, what a combo! Is that like bootleg stuff too? Like,
No, this is
but
this
they put so much weird stuff out, like in like when CDs were popular. There's so much shit that I can't even find.
this is an import from Europe.
Fucking crazy.
So I found that. I
That's
couldn't believe I
cool.
found that at the thrift store.
You didn't pay up for that. You friggin' found it at a thrift.
50
Crazy.
cents. Um,
Damn.
do you remember this band? Jack Off Jill?
Dude, I can't forget them because they were in the same era as like Twisted and all like the Murder Doll, the Murder Dolls. Remember?
Yeah, I think this even would have been a little bit before this because I think this was in 97, 98. So this was
Well, the
like,
Murder Dolls were around like what that time? It was like when that like ICP movement came and like some of these bands like they weren't involved with them, but like it was just kind of funny 'cause I had a friend who was into ICP, but like the Murder Dolls and these guys and like all these weird industrial.
yeah. So
I mean, yeah, it's cool. I mean, it captured time. It was, very much that, we want to be dark, but we're not goth, but we're goth. Yeah, I don't know, you know. Tsunami bomb kind of little bit.
Tsunami Bomb even would have been a little bit after too. Like I said, there was this
Yeah.
weird little pocket right before.
It's like after garbage, but like before.
Yeah,
uh,
no, very, very bizarre find. I just found this D'Angelo CD who
oh, dude, he just passed.
so young at 51. I feel like I've found this album multiple times, but this is the Brown Sugar album is the one that you always
That's the
want.
one. And he legit played keys, man. A lot of people thought he was just like some dude with a mic. I mean, he fucking hit those
Yeah, no,
ivories.
incredible. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. This is
Gray
sad,
Race,
dude.
Bad Religion.
Oh, fuck, I haven't seen that cover forever.
Yeah, has the slip cover.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I
Dude, are you finding these at the thrift? That's such a you.
Yeah, I found it at the thrift, and I want to say this was the album that I saw them live. It was my first real punk show was Bad Religion in New New London, maybe.
Wow.
I
What
saw
do
him
you
in
remember what era that was for like record? Was it Stranger Than Fiction era? Was it
no,
like
it would have been. I think I want to say it was Gray Race or maybe Stranger Than Fiction. It was one because they're both albums back to back are pretty.
and that the Stranger Than Fiction era and Bad Religion fandom has always been the the great divider of what people like or not. And which I guess my whole thing is depends what day I listen to.
Yeah,
I
it's funny you say that. It is the turning point was the Gray Race where that came out and it kind of the production, everything had changed and it was way more polished. It was a major label too.
Yeah, and wasn't that around the time when did they kick out? No, I guess that was a couple of years later. Um, And so was it the dude from the Circle Jerks? They had kicked him out at some point, but I think that was
No,
later.
he was Greg Hudson was still in it.
Greg, yeah,
The drummer, I want to say his name was Bobby.
yep, he
Bigger,
was a wild player too. Yeah,
yeah, great player. Couple more Grand Champ.
yeah, you got time.
We
Whoa, what
got
is this?
Screeching Weasel.
Oh, dude, what? You never see it. You paid up for that. You didn't find that
No,
online.
no, actually, um, Nate from Buck Spieler hooked
No
it up.
way, Nate, our dude.
Our dude Nate
Of
hooked it up.
course, Nate. Holy crap, you never see that. I
Nope.
mean, we're going back to Dan. I mean, we should have an episode. We'll talk about this more in depth, but I'd love to get into that era of punk and finding out really how many runs did CDs like that get pressed, because I think we'd be surprised on how many legit copies of that are out there. I'm not saying it's super rare, but in the grand scape of things, right? In the grand,
Yeah,
thing,
if
you know,
if I had to guess this album here, which I believe is a collection, I'm gonna say this is probably maybe they probably sold
4,000.
80,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily 80,
Yeah,
probably
I guess you're
80,000.
right. That's a Screeching Weasel, man. I still love that. You can't. It's hard. It's hard. It's like the Queers. Like I'm always gonna love the Queers. Like they're not my favorite from that era, but it's like you got
You hear
quintessential.
those albums, they hold up, they're good.
Yeah. Fuck. You got one more?
Yeah. Found this Jonathan Richman.
Oh, what?
Yep.
I
Surrender to Jonathan. I found a I found 2 vinyl records. I found multiple CDs. So I've lucked out. Like someone like donated their whole collection because I feel like I swooped it all up.
That's such a cool. The cover is cool. The thing about what? Oh no!
And there's Jonathan Richman again right there.
Fucking insane.
Roadrunner, Astral Plane, Pablo
What the
Picasso, I'm Straight. The first straight edge song right there.
wow. You gotta be joking. That's crazy to find. Bob, you're hitting with a lot of heat. All right, so I'm gonna go into some of my flea finds. It's not all music stuff, but Sarah and I went to the Washington County flea market last Sunday. And it's a huge flea market and it's pretty rad. I found some cool stuff. You might like this one, Bob. For $1, my man, I couldn't leave it behind. Mike Piazza pennant, when he was a Dodger. And the Dodgers made it in, so we gotta rep. You and I love baseball to a certain degree.
Yeah, no, Piazza was insane as far as
Yeah.
catchers go with a bat like that. He was the man. He was
People want to say he was a great Met, but before he was a Met, he was a Dodger. Couldn't leave that behind. This one's in rough shape. The guy gave it to me because I was like, all right, can I just have this? It's Sunday, the last day of the flea. And I love the artwork. It's just beat up. Frank,
Oh.
Frank the Big Hurt, right? We used
Yep.
to call him the Big Hurt. Yeah. Little bite out of crime there, though. So he's like, just take it. I'm like, all right. This next thing, dude, I was pumped. I'm pumped. And I love these, and I bet you pick them up when you see them too. And God, I paid $2 for this. And this is a really early on. I bet you might even have this, Bob, or something like this. What's so cool is I love Scooby Doo, but what's this is it's got the full story, you know. So you put it in, you play on your record, and you follow along. And it's just such a rad fucking thing. They did a lot where you've got the pretty much audio book on the record, but you can follow along in the comic. And it's just a combination that's kind of lost these
I
days.
mean, yeah, and the subject matter of that is beautiful, the art's beautiful, and
Yeah.
on that same topic, I just found the original cast of Sesame Street, the album with the book in it, and it has all the songs, has little skits in between, it's fantastic.
Dude, and it's just like a combination. Like, how come like bands or other places haven't kind of like done something like that? Maybe not for a full album, but some concept stuff. It's brilliant.
Yeah, that is
It's
true. Well, I'm shocked that a band hasn't done that since.
oh, here's a couple I didn't show from the thrift. I don't know how they got in this, but there's the other one. I know.
I
Fresh
know,
Cream.
it's tough with Cream because Clapton's in it, but the other 2 are, solid rockers.
You ever hear this?
Of course.
Yes. And dude, I couldn't leave this behind. Like, look at this photo, man. Like, they just look like true believers, you know? And I was like, gotta pick it up. That was a thrift. God. Found this at the thrift. I got my flea stuff, but this is so cool. I'm gonna go through some VHS, but we've been really big in the VHS lately. So King Kong vs. God, it's not rare, but pretty cool.
Yeah.
You gotta love Godzilla. You gotta love monster movies. Bob, do you want to go before I crank into the flea? Because I mixed those up,
Sure.
so I've got my flea stuff now.
All right. So I found this out thrifting and I'm like, what the hell is this?
What? Oh yeah, you gotta buy that with that cover.
Dude, look at him. He looks like Iggy Pop right there.
Well, looks like Iggy Pop and also a band that me and you have been loving lately, and I haven't even talked to you about, but I can tell you're probably on the same page. Killer Ken,
Yeah, all right. Look, yep.
amazing.
Looked a little bit like that, but you want to hear something bizarre about this? Guess what band Steve Walsh is from?
Oh my God, I can't even think right now because I'm looking at this guy's.
You're not gonna guess, but it's Kansas.
What?
Yep, it's
What did he
Kansas.
play? Guitar? What the fuck?
No, he was the keyboard player. Here it is.
Oh, that's why. Not bad. Dude,
I mean,
wow. It's not bad. What? It's such a weird, strange.
yeah, no, he just the look of it, and I was like, I had no clue who he was, but I'm like, I gotta buy it based on this cover. This guy looks like an animal, but he's from Kansas.
Fucking
You know what
incredible.
else I found, Grandchamp,
What's
at
that,
the
buddy?
thrift? I found the Singing Nun.
What the? Have not heard.
No,
What?
well, the Singing Nun was from Belgium, and she essentially made an album, an acoustic album that actually went number 1 in the United States. It went like number 1 across the world. And she was
Jesus.
and what happened was the church was taking all her money that she earned, but not
Whoa.
paying taxes on it. And then she got screwed because later on she was responsible for paying all the taxes.
Holy fuck.
Oh, it gets better. And then it turns out she might have been a lesbian,
What?
and
That's like
her and her partner end up committing suicide in the early 80s.
what? It's insane.
And I'm going to share some of the music because the music is absolutely beautiful. I love this album.
So insane, dude. What a story.
Dominique et Nick s'en allaient tout simplement. routiers, pauvres et chantants. En tout chemin, en tout lieu, ils ne parlent que du bon Dieu, ils ne parlent que du bon Dieu. À l'époque où Jean sans terre d'Angleterre était le roi, Dominique, notre père, combattit les albigeois. Dominique et Nique s'en allaient tout simplement, routiers, pauvres et chantants.
Absolutely beautiful.
En tout chemin, en tout lieu, ils ne parlent que du bon Dieu, ils ne parlent que du bon Dieu.
Dude, what a story! Like, it reminds me of the story of Tetris. Not going into it, but like the dude who made Tetris did it. Like, was it like on a Russian or wherever? It made it. He made it on a Russian computer, and they basically took control of all his like earnings because he made it on a Russian computer. I'm not saying if it's the right.
Well, either way, Grandchamp, like this is like as tragic as it comes. The
I
singing
know.
nun, the like suicide, like wow.
It's kind of rare too that you like she's
This
crazy.
this has a full booklet in it too, Grandchamp, with all the songs.
This fucking cool. I
Full
mean,
book.
dude, that's cool. How did you get onto that? Did you just like pick it up, and were you just like?
No, I was familiar with the singing nun, but I'd never come across the record, and then I saw it that it was just put out on the shelf, and I swooped it up. But yeah, no, it's that whole album is one of the most beautiful, relaxing. If you're like cleaning the house and you have it in the background, it just like it's trancing. Ryan Kidd's in the house. He's at work right now.
Thanks for tuning in for at least a little bit.
Grandchamp, have you heard Ryan Kidd's music?
I can't honestly. I don't know if I'm
all right.
My eyes are also pretty bad, so I can't see the profile picture right now either. So,
all right. Well, this is what I was talking before we started this episode. Me and Grandchamp were talking about trying to evolve the show and trying to format it a little bit. Ryan Kidd would be a perfect guest for this because also he does music pickups and his musical knowledge is it's beyond us. That's for certain. He's like ultimate,
that's awesome,
like
man. I would
nerd.
love.
He knows his shit, but he shreds on the guitar. He writes killer songs, and he has an old band that he was in New Jersey that kind of connects all the dots with a lot of the stuff that we love too. So he would be perfect to talk to. But we're gonna leave that for another time. Ryan, we'll talk soon about.
Yeah, we got to get in touch.
All right, I got a couple more quick vinyl snags here. This was cool. I found this in the free pile. Actually, I didn't pay $1 for this. This is the Happy Moog.
Well,
it's all
dude,
music.
Look at that. Oh wow, yeah, you have to take that just for the history. Wow, so that all instrumental stuff?
Yeah, it's just a guy playing the synth, early synth music on the Moog.
That's so rad, dude. That Swassel early era of all that stuff. What? Yeah,
so this is Dino, Desi, and Billy. And what's funny about this is Dino is Dean Martin's kid.
Really?
Yes. Desi is Desi Arnett's and Lucille Ball's kid.
Dude, that's fucking insane. Really?
So it's obviously these three like pretty well off Hollywood kids here. They formed a garage rock band. And pretty much they're covering the Stones and the Byrds and it's fun though. It's fun.
I Love Lucy, so that's crazy. That's
yeah. Last thing I found.
What is this?
All right, so this might be the find of the month for me because I wasn't familiar with these guys at all. This is New York Rock and Roll Ensemble, and they were late 60s Baroque pop is what they kind of called it. So they'd have like harpsichords, these weird vocal harmony arrangements, and they'd put in classical instruments too.
That's crazy.
So good. I'll give you a little sample. Like it, I just love the sound of this.
Do you look the same when your heart is in the rain? Now the sun's gone, moon's on, home you belong. Say it with a smile, if it's only for a while. The sun's gone, moon's on, home you belong. The sun is gone.
Oh, dude. Wow.
Wow is right.
They ain't messing around, Bob.
So good, Grandchamp. They only released 3 albums, and I mean I found 2 of them so far. I'm missing the third, but the stuff I've spun them. Love it. It's something that was completely not on my radar, but the songs are so well crafted.
Dude, that's fucking crazy. I don't know if I told you, and maybe he's watching, maybe he'll watch later. Ben, one of my high school drummers for Orange Juice, our second drummer, went to Berkeley, went on to book bands. He booked like major bands, like booked El Jefe from like NoFX, all these other bands. But he ended up making a business of taking like early emo bands and making creating orchestras around them. Like it's a little different than we once said, but like it's basically hearing like a band song but like with strings,
Yeah.
kind of cool, but a cool connect, little different, but kind of a cool connection. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Now
Well,
you know. Now you know, Grandchamp. You ever see those guys, and you always find them. I probably would have passed that up, most
well,
of the
the
time.
rock and roll thing kind of came right off. So even if is that record expensive, Bob, or is
No,
it
no,
that's a
like
cheap record?
nobody cares about that band. It's weird. Like the fact that I found 2 of those albums in like a matter of a month, just out at the thrift, says that I probably would have seen it in the past and been like, I don't know what this is. I don't need it.
Right. And that's the thing we were talking about earlier. If it's cheap enough, you're gonna pick it up. I mean, when you get to me, that 7.99 mark is where if I'm on the fence, I'm probably not gonna buy it. The $2 to $4, $2 to $3, I'll get. But like if that was like $10, I'd probably be like,
No,
you
no,
know,
no, no more than for me, I wouldn't
yeah,
spend more than $3 is like the max.
yeah. You got any more? You got any more?
I
You
got
want?
a little pile of CDs, but you can go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna flash through this. This is gonna take a little turn because it's a little Halloween spooky season. Now, I got to give most of these my wife kind of picked up. They're all of ours, but she's really into horror, and it's pretty cool. I'm gonna start with this is all the flea market stuff. I'll go through these somewhat fast, but Deep Red Hatchet Murders. I have not seen this, but I mean, it's pretty cool,
Never
and
even heard of it.
yeah, there's gonna be a lot you haven't heard, but and a lot I haven't heard. But if any of the viewers, this is crazy, the terror within. But I mean, these are just like uncommons you're not going to see, and like I guess even the art, horror fans will even. I mean, the art was so cool on these.
Yeah.
You might have seen this, The Fly 2.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, pretty cool, right?
Yep.
I mean, the back. Um, Raising Cane, kind of cool. Are you still doing a lot of VHSs, Bob?
Uh, I do. I mean, I've in the last couple months, I've found probably like, I don't know, 25, 30 I've added to the collection.
Deadly Dreams, another. A lot of these, like, low budget B horror movies, some of them. Um, this is fucking crazy. And some of the
Oh,
storylines were,
oh, Demonoid. I think that might be one of the worst horror films of all time.
there's a lot of bad ones, but the cover is
Yeah,
insane. I
no, that's
mean,
what everyone would rent that based on the cover and then get it home and be like, this is the worst piece of shit I've ever
oh,
rented.
it's like that movie Jawbreaker. I was like, oh,
Oh,
chicks, this
come
is
on,
really.
Grandchamp. It ain't that bad.
It ain't that bad. Horror Halloween 4. Have
You
to
pay
have
20
this.
bucks for that, Grandchamp?
No, we did the whole bundle deal. So we didn't pay any of this. The more we bought, it went down. R.I.P. to Billy Game Chaser for teaching me that. You know, you got to
Yep.
bund it all together. So these were all came from the same guy. Fear.com.
Yep.
These kind of cool. We've got a
Species?
couple
Yeah.
species. Yeah. Um, stones to death. Stones of death. Crazy.
Oh, I bet that's a pile of shit. Wow. You got to watch
Yeah.
that one, Grandchamp.
I'll leave a few for after if you got any more.
Yeah, I got a few more CDs here. We got Yaz upstairs at Eric's.
No. So
One of
what?
my
Tell me.
favorite synth pop albums of all time, easily. Don't Go is a massive hit.
The Matt
Um,
Mazer would know definitely about.
I don't know if Mazer knows Yaz is like Yaz is a little bit different, little more serious, not as kind of less on the Devo side, more on the Eurythmics side.
Oh, okay.
6 Feet Under.
Whoa. Wow.
But this is the second time I found this. This is their cover album they did, where
That's insane.
they cover TNT, Sweet Leaf, Son of a Bitch, Stepping Stone. So Smoke on the Water, pretty cool. We got Hot Rocks, Rolling Stones.
I
That's
have that
another-
record downstairs.
Yep, another compilation. I've never found it with the single. It's the double disc, but it's the single package.
Oh. Moi.
Well, this is not your typical Thin Lizzy. This was the Scott Gorham and John Sykes version where it was like the last version of
The
Thin
last
Lizzy.
version.
So this is all recorded live, I do believe.
Man, here's the thing. What would Phil what would have he become if he stayed alive? Like I think about that all the time.
Well, we saw some of the solo albums that he was releasing, and some of the songs are all right. No.
Right.
Who knows?
You just don't know, but
You would
for
think
the
that
time, and even now, dude, a force that like how do at their best, they were unstoppable. It was
no,
insane.
Phil was on a different level in Thin Lizzy, period.
Ow!
It's
You
funny.
find that in the thrift?
Yeah, I found it at the thrift. They just played on Jimmy Kimmel a couple weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
How many people are still alive for that era?
It's the whole. I mean, it's the two of them essentially. They're both Chuck D and Flavor Flav are both.
I thought there was a couple others.
Well,
No?
the DJ Terminator X. I don't
Yeah.
know if he was with them on that performance, but it didn't matter. They brought the heat. They still sound great.
Whoa.
We found this Pill album. I didn't realize this is the 8th album from Pill. I didn't know they had that many albums.
How do you stay together that long? 8 albums, holy shit, that's insane.
And I actually listened to this, and it's not terrible because Pill is like, I don't know, it's hit or miss. Johnny Rotten really can't sing,
No, he
so
can't
it's
play
a
bass
little.
or sing. It's like the only sip like superstar from that era that like somehow got famous for everything he was bad at. Like I don't know. I mean, the
I don't. People love Pill. I mean, the lyrics are. I guess that's all that matters,
like the
really. It
Germs.
doesn't.
I love the Germs, but you put it on for some people and they're just like, so why am I supposed to like this?
Yeah, well, Germs are a little bit tougher, I would say. At least with Pill, it's like all the musicians were like top notch. It was just Johnny
Yeah,
that really wasn't. You know,
couldn't really do it. Yeah. Oh yeah.
found the second television album, Adventure, which I do like it. It's not Marquee Moon, but it's still solid. It's one that should be in every collection. And the last one we found was this live jam.
Wow.
It's the
Rick on the back. The Rick
sec,
on the back. Straight
yep,
two.
yep. Second time I found that at the thrift.
We got to mention something because we have not mentioned the whole fucking. We lost Ace.
Yeah,
This
yeah, that
is
was a
tough.
bummer.
And he had just played. He had just played in Rutland a year and a half ago. You remember like I think Cody was gonna go or something. Like remember? I don't remember if you remember we were talking about trying to meet up and going. Maybe about year and a half, 2 years ago. It wasn't crazy long ago, is what I'm
No, it
saying.
wasn't that long ago.
And basically, I got in before the show. I was at work. I went in, and I got to be pretty much on stage with him during sound check because I was talking to the guitar tech and. But like I was as close as you could get. I never said hi, which I kind of like regret. It's like one of my things. Like he probably would have told me to fuck off because it literally wasn't time for that. But it was like kind of crazy because like to me, I was never a Gene Simmons fan. I was. It was always about Ace. You know. Yeah, I'm a guitar player too, but like, you know what I mean.
I
I
never
never
thought,
even when I was a kid, I never
man.
even liked Gene.
I love them all. I love all four
I
of them.
know it. You got to have all of them, but
You got to have them all. If you ain't got them all, you ain't got it. So that's reality of that. Yeah, it's a bummer about Ace, but 75 is a pretty good run.
yep.
Yeah.
What do we got here?
Well, saying it's an
Hey.
enjoyable show. Lots of cool finds. Yaz was Yazoo in the UK. Yeah, there's a confusion there because they did go originally as
Really?
Yazoo and then they shortened it to Yaz. So a little bit of confusion, but yes, same band, same good music. Um, okay,
Okay.
very cool. So yeah, all connected.
Huh.
All right, see, we just learned something. The
That is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's all, yeah. How could you not all be connected? Especially in the UK, it's so small. It's like it's all kind of inbred. The whole scene seemed to like have connections to each other. That dates back all the way to the '60s. I feel like the early rock and roll days.
I do got a question to you. You have any more pickups?
I got no more pickups.
So, we'll talk a little bit about recent bands, recent things you've been listening to. I don't technically have the physical, but I think maybe I'm going to screw up. Is it Stephen Wilson Jr.? Am I saying that right? Have you heard him? I might
No.
be messing up his first name. I think it's Stephen Wilson Jr. I don't know if you can pull it up, but been
Acoustic
getting
singer
into.
songwriter.
He's a singer songwriter. He should be holding a nylon string guitar.
Yeah.
I am digging this, and I know this is weird because usually his vocals like wouldn't be in my realm of light. Like if but he covers like some 90s tunes and he kills them. He does a Smashing Pumpkins song tonight, and yeah, Sarah and I, my wife and I, have just been loving it. It's just weird, really kind of cool. He's married to the chick that sang "Kiss Me" from the '90s. What was her name?
Oh, I don't even know.
Song "Kiss Me" or whatever. But really cool stuff.
Hand on the Bible lies, maggots turn to flies. Whole world's gone to hell. Mama's back in jail. Just can't get enough. Think we've had too much. Gunfire in the schools, melt down the golden rule. Where you're from.
All right, I can see it. Some good
Yeah,
Americana,
I mean,
like
it definitely has some songwriting aspects. It definitely, is leaning on a lot of different stuff. But if you listen to his interviews, it's really kind of cool. He just super unique. He's playing like a nylon string guitar through like an amp. He's a little bit of, there's a little bit notes on white girl stuff in there, but overall,
yeah.
it's pretty cool.
You know what I just discovered? This band's
What's
been
that?
around for a couple years, and it just floored me because it's so hard as a guitar player to play like rock and roll with fuzz pedals.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to do, kind of meshing
Yeah.
the doomy stoner rock with kind of punk rock stuff.
What band
But
is that, Bob?
I just found this band, and I'm
Whoa.
Jesus Lord.
Oh, he's got the freaking metal neck on the guitar. Sounds like early June difference.
Grandchamp.
Wow, that goes hard. It goes fucking
Upchuck,
hard.
Upchuck from Atlanta, Georgia. So
Up,
good.
up, Chuck.
Yep, they got a brand new album. I think it's the third
Damn,
one, and it's
that's
all
fucking
that.
crazy. They you can hear some Black Flag. I mean, obviously you can hear like stoner metal and like Sabbath and stuff, but like there's some other aspects going on there.
It's got like some of the modern hardcore tropes in there a little bit with the vocals, but I'm all right with that. It's it's kind of rhymey. It's got a little hip hop flow. It's poetic. It's political. It's awesome. I think it's really good.
You hear the new Homefront single, pretty good too. Light Sleeper, pretty good, pretty good. Their new record's coming out. Games of Power, we talked about. Big fans of that record. I saw them; they were really amazing. So we'll see how this next record goes. Who else has I been listening to lately on the new? Um, God, it's kind of cool. There's like this era of like hardcore that had like a lot of like rock and roll influence, like um Suicide File and stuff like that. It was kind of like early on. Peacebreaker's pretty cool. I've been listening to them. We got to do a couple shows with them and some cool stuff. There's a lot of bands right now are mixing a lot of things together right now. It's kind of
I think we forgot another thing musically.
what's that?
Well, our label mates just released the new album.
Play it. I love it. Oh yes, that's right. I
New
saw
Killer
that.
Hard stuff. Screaming Crow record.
Yep. Cool video. Yeah. Video's sick, dude.
Dude, the song is killer. I can't wait to hear the whole album from them. But I mean, they've been around for a couple of years now. They've been on the radar. But this one, to me, just like that single caught me right
Dark.
away. I love the guitar work with all that chorus that's going on
Yeah.
effect wise.
With that Ravagers kind of sound too. Ravagers get like they're coming up from like Atlanta and that kind of whole thing. Did did the Rebels in the early days ever get to tour with the Heart Attacks with like Chase's bands? Like
We played, I think, one time at the Warped Tour. They played before us, but Heart Attack at that point was still like a kind of more of a Casualties type band.
yeah, that's
And
like
then
yeah,
and then
they had like
after we played with them, we came back and it totally had changed.
yeah, it changed, yeah. Well, we played with Paint Fumes a while ago, and they opened for the chat show you seen, and Chase was playing guitar, and it was kind of cool to chat him a little bit about the early Heart Attack records. The Large Fredrickson did
Produced
the
it, yeah.
record with them, like produced
Yeah,
the
he
record,
produced that record, yeah.
which is kind of crazy. But I think I saw Rancis doing a cover album of Motorhead songs. Did you see that?
I saw that one song was released. I don't know. I think it's for a tribute album. I don't know if it's just Rancid.
Just them, yeah. Oh, yeah, it could be. You could be right. Are you seeing the new Bruce movie coming up? Maybe.
I got no interest in seeing any more biopics on anyone really. Done with biopics.
I got my time on Tubi because I did watch that Radio Birdman documentary on Tubi.
That's such a good documentary.
Yeah, it's great. You know, it's so funny because like Tubi documentaries are getting a lot of hate lately because they're like, the not the Netflix ones where it's all like high, but I love them. I love them stripped down and just
Tubi has the
fucking,
best. They have like the most
you know,
variety, and it's free.
FREE. Bob, wow. Can't believe it's already 8 o'clock. What? This was great. So we got to tell the viewers we're trying to cook something up. So
We
stick
are.
with
We're
us.
we're going to come up with a formula here to try to the fact that we've been playing rock and roll music, punk rock for the last 25 years.
So I think both of us have over 50 years of between both of us easily.
The idea is I think we're going to expand and try to get guests on here to talk music and maybe talk about the one album that really connected with us. I got a handful of names I've already come up with that I would love to talk just about how they made that album and what was inspiring them and what happened to the band, because a lot of these bands obviously broke up or they're no longer part of that band. So I think that's going to be kind of the formula moving forward, and trying to get scene reports and to see what's going on out there across the
What's
country.
going on down on the field because yeah, lots of cool stuff and a lot of different genres too. Like we're seeing a resurgence and a lot of different type of things lately, and it's kind of cool. We're seeing things kind of happen, so it'd be cool to kind of get the down low what's really happening. So
That
stay
yeah, so that
tuned.
yeah, stay tuned, everyone. That's it's going to be the format moving forward, because pickups are cool and that will still happen, but more of a show, almost like a podcast type show where it's a conversation for an hour and a half about rock and roll, and from some of the people that have made some incredible albums that people have forgotten or just don't talk about anymore.
Yeah, and we'll, even doing bands like you said that didn't last very long, and then we can play some of their music and be like, yeah, this was a band that was around for the year, but listen to what they did, and like maybe like get that out because I'm a firm believer, and I know we talked about this before. We grew up with a lot of bands in the scene. Art is still art even if they didn't do a lot with it, right? There's bands that captured something, and for whatever reason, time in their life, or they didn't have the avenues, it's still something, right? They created something, and maybe they didn't tour on it, or maybe they didn't do much with it, but we can investigate that and hold that to a value. As you had bands that have been around for 20 years and didn't capture time like that.
Grandchamp, are you saying we should be rock and roll detectives?
Maybe that's the name of the show. Yeah. Maybe that's the name of the show. We'll come up with a concept. We're
I
in the
like the
world.
idea. Well, we're gonna come up with a proper list, and we can do it. We can do this. Why not?
And I also
Someone's
want
got
to
to do it.
hit on places that had historic shows, and maybe we go to them. Maybe we go to the Dana Rec Center live on site. Maybe we go to the Enfield roller rink. Maybe we just roll up to the Littleton Opera House and just talk about it. Go outside. Just be
Hey,
there.
hey, hey, Mark just commented we could be rock and roll dicks.
Mark, you're right. We we kind of are.
Kinda, yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be the idea. Well, yeah, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. This is something I've wanted to do, something more meaningful than than just being like, hey, I like to shop,
Yeah,
which,
and we're
which
gonna
is
do it.
fun, but at the same time,
I would love a 5 to 10 part series on historic Vermont based, and if they're VFWs, if they're churches, whatever, we should do like a thing like the Randolph scene. Like me and you get in a car and talk about that because I know early rebel days, and even when I was in high school, Randolph, fucking real deal Holyfield, fucking middle of nowhere Vermont. And maybe we take a little tour with our cameras, talk about
yeah. Hey,
New Hampshire,
battle of
Vermont.
the bands, baby, battle of the bands. Um, yeah. So that's gonna be the idea. We're gonna brainstorm. We're gonna make something happen. We're gonna have fun overlays. It's gonna be fun.
FUN.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up though for now for tonight. And
Wrap it up and keep your eyes out because we have a new Dreamers record coming out, and I know that you guys have a new Razor record coming out, and the Rebels are doing things. So keep your eyes out. We got some more music coming, and we're always doing something because we're true believers. Don't forget it.
that's right. Good night, folks.
Bye.